Morning everyone, it's Audrey, Stitchy Witch 42. It is Monday the 26th of August 2019. This is video 82. I have some housekeeping to take care of before I get into anything else. Back on video 79, I was doing a giveaway for the cross stitch and country crafts. And I had 3 magazines. I only have 2 here. I forgot to say who the winners were in my last video. Yeah, my bad. My random number generator is my husband, Mark. And I told him, I said, hey, 14 people entered this. I said, I need 3 random numbers. He said 13, 7, and 3. 13 was Tony Grandin, 7 was Linda Craig, 3 was Aaliyah Owens. I went back and I made comments on the original comments, and I didn't hear anything from anybody. So Linda Craig is in the Stitchers Coven, and I saw that she posted on something else, and I said, hey, go back and look at your message. And she thought I was talking about my last video. And I said, no, go back to number 79. She found it, said that she never received any notification that she had a reply to the original message. So she sent me her address. I've got Linda sent off. I need Tony Grandin and Aaliyah Owens to send me your addresses so that I can get these sent out in the mail. And I am sorry because I screwed up. There you go. So please, ladies, thank you so much for entering. Get me your addresses. I'm going to list my email address down below so that you can get your address sent to me, and I will get those out in the mail. Okay. The next thing I want to do is some shout outs. My last 2 videos, I don't think I did any shout outs. My last video, I was talking about the weekend over in Sisters, and I'm still... That was so much fun. So much fun. But anyway, I have some people that I want to shout out, and I know at least 2 of them have been shouted out by others, but I've been watching them. And so I want to say, hey, go watch them if you haven't seen them and heard about them from everyone else. The first one is Carla, Rolodex Stitches. She has 3 videos out. I watched her 3rd video this morning. And she has mentioned me on all of her videos. Thank you very much, Carla. But I'm Stitchy Witch 42, not Witchy Stitcher 42. I don't care. As long as you get the Audrey right, we're good. Anyway, she and her family are living over in Japan. This last video and her previous video, she showed some shots of a little bit of life there in Japan. And go check her out. I think it is so cool that she has her children in this new country with this whole new culture at the ages that her children are, and that for however long they're there, that gets to be part of their life experience. Plus, I like the projects that she's working on. So check her out, Carla, Rolodex Stitches. I've watched all 3 of her videos. She's great. Give her some love. The second one is Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour with Ellen Reed. Ellen Reed is a member of Crash Test Dummies. Now, I've heard of this band before. I admit that until I saw her videos, I had not listened to any of their music, but now I have somebody new to go check out and listen. And I've enjoyed her first 2 videos. They're powerful. It's Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour. Check her out. It's great. The other lady, the 3rd lady that I want to mention, she also has 2 videos out, and her name is Anna. She is one of the ladies that I met at our last meetup up at Acorns, and She is known as Woolly Mammoth 53. She is also Quilt Roadies. She now has a cross-stitch channel called Stitch Roadies. Sorry, Stitch Roadies. Her first video, she talks about last month's meetup at Acorns and Threads, and she talks about it from the perspective of this is the first time she's ever been in a group stitching and not knowing that such a thing existed and how she experienced that. And number one, she was a real nice lady when I met her, and I love her videos. She also lives over in Sisters, Oregon, and she spends a lot of time up in Portland, so I'm hoping to be able to catch up with her in person again at Acorns, or maybe in Sisters, who knows. But anyway, go check out those three ladies, Carla, Ellen, and Anna. When I did my video about Sisters, I told you that I had left a couple of things behind. I was wiped out Sunday morning when I left. I had a really bad sinus headache, and I realize it's because of the altitude over there. My sinuses have bothered me for years, but I was out of it. I left the box of goodness that I received from Marcy Thiessen. And I know that Lisa, Kindred Stitcher, and Lori Textilist have both done videos, and they talked about this box. I have to show you this box because when we had started talking about doing this weekend on Messenger months and months ago, bacon became a theme. And so we all kind of exchanged little things. And a lot of them had bacon themes. Not everything did. And that's, that's cool. But Marcy took bacon to the extreme. She handed all of us this box, and you have to look up and see this box. Sizzle, bacon-scented dryer sheets. When I saw this box, the first thing I thought is she wants all the dogs in the neighborhood to be following us. If we use bacon-scented dryer sheets, you're not going to be able to get the animals off you. And we all kind of went, oh, okay, yeah, sure. And she goes, no, open it up. This is just a gift box. This is the box that holds the goodies inside. There was a towel in there with a pig, because bacon. Then I saw this one. Bacon soap. A delightful soap infused with the sweet perfume of bacon. She wants the dogs to be following us. Yeah. I love you, Marcy, but I'm not going to be washing with this anytime soon. And then a bacon air freshener for your car. Can you imagine what your car would smell like if you had one of these in it and had been sitting out in the hot sun all day long? Oh my God. Okay. Then, she also found bacon-flavored lip gloss. I'm thinking this is for those romantic evenings, when you want a little extra kissing. But if you use this, you might have to worry about him nibbling your lips off. Ah, girl. And that wasn't all. It goes on. She found these glass mugs. And it says bacon-flavored orts. And she got them personalized. My name is down here. It says Audrey's Ort Jar. And still, there was more bacon. She put in each bag a box of this peppered bacon-infused olive oil. I've used this twice. Oh my God, is this great? This is gold. Mark and I made steaks for dinner one night, and we both love sauteed mushrooms. It's the Hobbit in us. So when I was done with the steaks and they were resting on the plate, I put a little bit of this back in the pan I cooked the steaks in, added my mushrooms and some garlic powder, and oh my God, they were so good, so good. And then a couple of nights later, it was one of those days where we were both tired. We had both been busy all day long, didn't know what we wanted to make for dinner, didn't want to go out. And Mark goes, how about bacon and eggs? And he used some of this to scramble the eggs. Yeah. Olivelle.com. Peppered bacon infused olive oil. So good. But was that all that was in the box? No, because Marcy is crazy and generous beyond belief. She gave me, she had asked a question in our messaging back and forth, what is your favorite DMC color? Mine is DMC 796. I love cobalt blue. So she stopped by, picture this plus, and found this beautiful blue fabric for me. This is, picture this plus Arctic. And then she got a skein of Sullivan's, the equivalent of 796, and a Threadworks, because blue are my favorite color, is my favorite color. She went way, 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 way above and beyond, and just fantastic. I'm still not using the bacon soap though. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. All right. So I'm looking at my notes here because I don't know how anybody else does videos, but once I do a video, I watch my video before I upload it, and I watch it to see if I've missed something or if I've forgotten something. And then when I'm uploading it, I start writing notes for my next video. And I've kind of got 4 pages of points. Some of them are repeats. I've written it over and over again because obviously I want to talk about it. So they're kind of messed up and mixed up in random order. There was another lady that I wanted to mention. She is on or in the Facebook group, the Stitchers Coven. Amanda Lindo. She is putting together a directory, flosstubeDirectory.net. She started this in 2015 and it is actively under construction. She is trying to list everyone who does a FlossTube video. She currently has 390 plus FlossTubers listed on it. So I will list that channel down below. You really can't see anything on it just yet other than the website. If you're a member of the Stitchers Coven on Facebook, you can contact her and add your information if you want to be included on that list. But anyway, hopefully she will have that up and running soon where we can get on and go check it out and see who's out there to find out the new people, the people that we've missed. 390 plus. Wow. Alrighty. So, since I've last seen you and I showed all the pieces that I was working on when I was over at Sisters, I haven't stitched on any of them. I kind of got distracted and decided that I wanted to, I'm going to back up here because I have to show something else first because this is pretty spectacular. last year at Fall Fling, Michelle Bendy came into the room and she had this box full of floss buddies from Karina at Bags Plus. And I picked up my first floss buddy at that time. Since then, and I love those. I mean, I really, really love those. I can put all my flosses in there and I can take it with me and I can lay it out so that I can see all the colors for the project that I'm working on. And that first one that I got is a big one. I can't remember how many pockets it has in there, but I have, at one point I had 3 different projects in there. Right now I currently only have 2 in there, my Phoenix Biscornu and Quaker Gone Haunted. But I like it because I can take it with me when I go to the park and I open it up and I have all my flosses there and I can see my colors. I put one of Marion, Caddy Cross Stitches, one of her snippities on top of that, and I've got a place to drop my orts. And it has a needle minder in it, so it can hold my needle when I'm changing floss or my scissors or whatever. I really like the Floss Buddies. Earlier this year, Karina gifted me with a second one, a smaller one, and I use it too. They're both in use. I really, really like them. So I had finished a piece a while back and I contacted Karina and I said, do you do custom work? If I sent something to you, could you make it into a Floss Buddy flip? Would it work? And she said yes. So I sent something off to her, and what I got back is a Floss Buddy flip, and this is the front side. This has 45 pockets on it, and they're closer together. They overlap each other more than the other Floss Buddies do. But I'm using this for the piece that has distracted me the last 2 weeks. And the front of it, oh my God, I love this so much. She took my Yoda. Do or do not, there is no try. She took my Yoda and made it into a Floss Buddy flip. So this side has the Velcro here, and I could put other things down in there, but I can't cover Yoda right now because Yoda. Oh my God. So I had to show that before I get into what's been distracting me. But I'm still not ready to go there because I forgot I have this bag of stuff and I have no idea what's in here because, like I said, I've just been throwing things in here. These are the things that I have forgotten to share. Like I said, I record a video and then I immediately start making notes of things to talk about in the next video. So, first thing that comes out of my bag, I received Stitchy Kindness from Deanna, Tuxie Twin Stitches. She sent me a postcard. This is the Apothecary Museum, Apothecary Hall, the Newfoundland Pharmaceutical Association. And this is a restored drugstore circa 1895, one of the last remaining old drugstores in Newfoundland. She made one of these for me. It's You I Like. And she put fabric on it that had moon and stars because she knows moon and stars are me. I received a postcard from Donna Grimes. Donna was on vacation in Salem, Mass, and she thought of me. Wow. She's on vacation and she thought of me, and so she sent me this fantastic postcard. Thank you. Thank you for thinking of me while you were on vacation, because that's just crazy. Dropping stuff. I had said a while back that I had received a needle minder from Connie and Melina. Count twice, stitch once. I don't know why I have to think about that because, yeah, something obviously I need to do a little bit more often because I always make mistakes. But this beautiful card, and I wanted to show you the needle minder. Sister Sun Brother Moon it is finished. I've got it attached to the box. Inside, when Lisa Reel helped me with this, there is a big magnet that covers the whole top of this. It's a sheet magnet and everything. This right here is the needle minder that Connie and Malia sent to me. It's a shrinky dink. That is so cool. So cool. The other things that I have put in my box, like I said, did the pillow. She helped me do the dividers and everything. These are the scissors that Anita gifted me over at Sisters. This is a thread ripper, seam ripper. You open it up. The thing I like about this is the rubberized ends on the back of them, because after you rip your stitches out, after you frog them out, you run this over the fabric and it kind of relaxes the fabric back into shape. And then with the Floss Buddy Flip, when Karina sent it back to me, she sent me another needle threader. And I figured those all needed to go into my finished box. Okay. And I bought myself a pattern because I was watching, I have to look at my notes, I have to find my names because I'm bad that way. Misty Purcell, Luminous Fiber Arts. I was watching her and she did this one. A Raven's Reply, Nevermore. Yeah. I told her I couldn't SEO my phone fast enough so that I could order it. Because, yeah. And when I drove up to Acorns the other day, I got myself a book, Alphabets. There is a bunch of different alphabets in here, 140 alphabets in here. And I figured alphabets is a good thing to have. I'm not going to do the samplers, but I need to have some alphabets. Okay, so now I am back on track. And I can tell you about the project that has been distracting me. I got home from Sisters and I wanted to dye some fabric. Last year when I went up for the stitching weekend at Lisa's house, she and Lori were dyeing fabric. And I was sitting across the kitchen laughing my butt off at the antics going on at that place, because apparently these stitching weekends is all about the laughter. And I've tried to dye fabric 3 times now. The first one I did was not bad. It was browns and greens, and I really liked it. And I used it when I stitched Primitive Needle Halloween Garden. Yeah. And I think it's a gorgeous piece of fabric. And then you all saw my gray blob. That was dyeing gone wrong. But over at Sisters Weekend, Lori was tea dyeing some fabric for a couple of ladies over there. And I took note of how she had the fabric in the bowl. So when I came home, I sat down with a piece of 18 count Aida that I got out of my thrift box that's upstairs, still full of stuff. And I got it wet, put it in the container, and I used blues and purples. And this is the fabric that I got. And I think that this just turned out absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So, what is this piece that I'm working on? Well, last week I was watching her video, and I'm just going to refer to her as her right now. You'll know who she is as soon as I start talking, because it's her. Yes. She was talking about stitching on Scary One. She and Gary from Sunshine Stitchers and I all did a stitch along on Scary One, and Gary and I finished ours quickly. She's still stitching on hers. She talked about it on her last video and said that she had decided to name the witch on Scary One Audrella. Well, you know, you do something like that and it makes my brain start going, what can I do? How do I reply to this? So, this is my reply. In my own mind, I created Headmistress Audrella's School of Stitch Witchery. And for my homework, I had to stitch 394 stitches on a project that could relate or represent cauldron bottom thicknesses. Well, I had recently bought the Halloween Just Cross Stitch, and it was a project that I wanted to start, and this fabric that I dyed was perfect for it. So what I started stitching was Witch Soup. And this is where I'm at. This is where I'm at. So the story that I submitted to Headmistress Audrella was that Victorina from the Something School of Magical Stitches was doing a flyby to see what I was working on. She fell off her broom, she landed in the soup, and now she haunts the cauldron. Headmistress Audrella was so impressed with my brief that she gave me 1,000,000 points and an overall score of outstanding. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So I am going to pause for a moment because I have a segue to go along with this. So hold on, I'll be right back. I'm here at platform 9 3/4, which is in my kitchen. And I want to show you that at Headmistress Audrella's School of Stitch Witchery, we learn not only how to fly our brooms without falling, like Victorina from the Something School of Magical Stitches, but we also learn how to park our brooms properly. Sorry about the wobbles there. I tried to see if I could get my phone to stand up on the tripod vertical so that you could see the broom parking. But the holder for my cell phone doesn't stretch that high, so I had to hold it by hand, and trying to get something on camera, looking at it, I don't know. Anyway, I hope that you saw that. My broom is parked in the kitchen, and I've done that for a long time. It's such a simple thing to do, and it's kind of fun to do that at stores. Mark and I were in Salem at, it's kind of like a restaurant purchasing store where everything you go in is in the big cans. Anyway, I was walking down the aisle where they had the brooms, and they had similar brooms like that. So I took one and I balanced it in the center of the aisle, and then stood back and watched, and somebody came around the corner and saw this broom standing by itself in the middle of the aisle and just kind of slowly backed up and walked around it. And I giggled. I've done it a couple of times at my store. The courtesy clerks will leave brooms up at customer service. And this one was in my way, so I just went out and I balanced it in front of customer service, and I left it there for about 20 minutes or so just to see people's reactions. And one of the younger courtesy clerks came by and looked at it and kind of stepped back and looked at it, and he couldn't figure out how it was standing up on his own. Everybody else who has seen me do it before just kind of laughed because, of course, I can balance a broom. I'm not like Victorina. I don't fall off my broom into the soup and haunt the cauldron. Like I said, that's my story. So, pretty much, this piece is the only thing that I've been working on for the last couple of weeks because I've just gotten hooked on it. It is a cute pattern, and I already know how I want to finish this out. If you can see, yeah, it's kind of easy. I have some orange stitches along both sides and along the top here because I have another one of these frames upstairs, and I want to do a similar finish with that one as this. So that's my plans. Have not done anything upstairs with the crafting burrow. I still need to do some painting up there and finish it off. The edges along the back of the bookcase wall. And then we need to work on the floor. But right now it's the height of paving season, and Mark is working 6 days a week, 50 to 60 hours plus a week. So nothing is going to be happening up there for a while. I was up there earlier in the library last week. My library is a disaster area right now. I've got the twin mattress from the crafting burrow sitting on its side. I've got the craft table in front of it. I've got boxes piled up underneath it. I have stuff piled on top of the craft table. I've got a shelf unit that's going to go into the crafting burrow, and it's piled with stuff, and there's things piled in front of it, and my desk has stuff on it, and I was like, oh my God, this is driving me crazy. It's really, really driving me crazy. But I know nothing is going to be happening in the craft burrow, and the floor has to be repaired before I can do anything. But I did go up into the library, and I did get some stuff organized the other day, and that helped like this much. It will get there. It will probably happen this winter, and I'm okay with that as long as I don't think about all the stuff that is stacked everywhere in the library. It's just, oh my God, it's crazy, crazy, and dusty, and dusty. I noticed I had moved the lamp out of the crafting burrow into the library, and I looked at it the other day, and when my son-in-law Chris was in there doing the repair work to the ceiling and the drywall and all the sanding, the bottom of that has a layer of drywall dust on it. Yeah, it needs to be worked on, and it will get there eventually. So anyway, I think that I have covered everything that I wanted to cover this week. I want to go back and ask Aaliyah Owens and Tony Grandin to please contact me through my email address. Give me your addresses so that I can get those 2 magazines sent off to you. And I will try not to, make that kind of blunder again. Human. Things happen. It's all good. Check out all the people. Check out all the new people. Carla and Ellen and Anna. Check them out because honestly, they're great videos and they're just absolutely fantastic ladies. I have to get this uploading because I'm going to go stitch in the park today for a little while before it gets too hot, and then I get to come back and do fun things like laundry and vacuum up cobwebs out on my front porch because they're kind of encroaching my space. Anyway, until we meet again, my friends, live long and stitch on. Bye-bye.